I've convinced you to build the Fire and Water Ciri, so now it's time to convince you to build Wind Ciri.
Are you sure about that?
Wind Ciri is an AoE damage-dealing nuker that can be used for many different things depending on how you decide to build her. The build that I am showing now is the standard way that you should build her to get the most out of her skills. Some people think she is not that great, but that's because they haven't watched me use her yet. As you can see, she is great for Arena and Guild Wars. So let me show you what she can do there first. I'm having success using her in Conqueror to Guardian rank levels against teams that are really tanky. The idea is to attack buff and speed her up with Wind Barbaric King and then third skilling into her second skill, which will most likely kill something. Wusa is there just for protection, so you can use anybody to replace him that can fill that role. The Wind Dragon is here not only for his speed leader skill, but also to reset the team skills so that we can do another round of what we just did. If you don't have Wind Dragon, you can try using Wind Penguin Knight instead, or maybe adding another speed leader. There is other ways you can make this work, you just have to be creative. However, there is some flaws with this team. As you will see in this clip, after using her third skill, she gets cut before I can use her second. It drags the match out a little longer, but it still gets the job done. She is also great at nuking down teams with units that are built with a lot of defense because her second skill ignores defense. This match is a good example to showcase what she can do. We are still getting cut, which isn't ideal, but this is where your creativity can come into play. Maybe try adding a Bernard to move right after her so that you can make sure she gets to use her second skill. Also, it's worth noting that you should be using her second skill on units with the slow debuff so that you can get the full ignore defense effect. But that is just one way to use her in Arena. I'll show you another way that you can use her later, because now it's time to switch her runes up. I threw her on a strong rage set and completely forgot to add another blade rune to complete the blade set, but that's not going to matter much because I just want to showcase her damage. Something you may not realize if you're glancing over her skills too fast or if you just assume, but she actually doesn't deal additional damage based off of her speed. So if you want to get the most out of her damage like I'm showcasing here, you will need to rely on attack and crit damage stats. Here is the other arena team that I was talking about. You want to make everyone's speed as close as you can to each other. The turn order should be Wind Brownie, Galleon, Wind Barb King, then Wind Ciri to finish off with a big nuke. You can run this team a little slower with more attack, or a lot faster in order to get many turns. I'm using this team completely wrong here because my speed tuning is way off. But it's a good lesson to show newer players that an arena offense is usually only bad if you're executing it wrong like I'm doing here. We still get the win, but only because this offense hard counters this defense no matter how you build it. I also want to share with you how my luck is going today. I thought it would be fun to show how to easily beat a defense like this. So it starts off and my Galleon tanks all the hits from the 3 Leos. We then get a turn with my Barb King, but his Fairy King gets a turn through Nemesis, which uses his second skill to not only stun, but also reset Ciri's cooldown. Then later in the match, we get stunned again. This could have been prevented by having a will set on Ciri, but honestly, what the f? So I decided that was enough arena showcasing for today. She is also useful in Guild Wars in a very similar way as she is in Arena, but with the addition of being able to use her leader skill, but I need a break from PvP or my head might explode. So I added her into my Giants team to see how she would do. To no surprise, she works very well at clearing the trash waves, applying glancing hit to keep the team alive longer, and helping with killing the boss faster. This is great and all, but I'm sure you want more. And that's exactly what her final form brings. If you put her on Vampire Revenge runes, she will be able to solo Giant Abyss hard. Before you get mad at me, let me explain. I added these 2 units just for the leader skill and the tolerance plus enhanced rune effects. This shows that if someone can build theirs with better stats than mine, then you will be able to do this with just her. I was now cooled off and ready to bring her back into PvP to finish the showcase for you guys. So I built her very similar for RTA as I did for Arena. The plan is to use a similar team as well. I ranked up to C1, which is the perfect spot to have a little fun, but also challenge yourself against people that are trying their hardest to rank up higher. I'm using Dusky for the speed buff in case Wind Barb gets banned. I'll let this match play out for you, but I promise it won't take long. Now that we covered some key parts of the game that she is good in, I will do a quick tier list to show where I would rank her in different parts of the game. A few of these I did not show any highlights for in the video, but they are still worth mentioning. To start off, I have to give her an S tier in Giant's Abyss Hard because of her being able to solo it. For Hall of Light, I give her an A because she can ignore defense, which is all you need to defeat that boss. I give her a C for Raid 5 because there is much better options to use instead of her, but she can fill a backline role if you need her. I'm giving her a solid B for Water Beast. Once again, there is better options, but she does a good enough amount of damage to have some use here. For Arena, I'm giving her an A because I was able to take her into higher ranks in today's current meta. I'm giving her a B for World Arena. She can be pretty decent if you have good swift runes. And for Guild Wars, I would give her an A because she has a big accuracy leader skill and she can quickly win you a match against tankier teams. I hope after seeing this list, you are able to see all the different spots in the game that she can help you with. If I missed anything important like how she pairs well with Tyrant, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Also, make sure to let me know who you want me to convince you to build next.
Bye-bye! It's hard being a slick head. But it's real being a slick head.